Stoicism is a philosophical school that emerged in Athens around 300 BC and remained influential until the end of the ancient world. The Stoics taught that man should live in accordance with nature, control his emotions, act reasonably and virtuously, and thereby achieve tranquility and happiness. Stoicism also gave practical advice on how to behave in various situations in life, including relationships with the opposite sex. In this article, we will look at 9 things a man should not do with women. From the perspective of Stoic philosophy, these tips will help you avoid conflict, frustration, dependence and suffering, and improve the quality of your relationships. 1 should not cheat or betray. The Stoics believed that lying and betrayal are manifestations of irrationality and weakness of character. They disrupt the natural order of things and are harmful to both the deceived and the deceiver. The Stoics argued that a person should be honest and true to his principles, his word, and his obligations. Such a person deserves respect and trust and maintains his dignity and peace of mind. If you are in a relationship with a woman, you should not cheat or betray her. Not only will it hurt her, but it will undermine your reputation, your self-esteem, and your happiness. You will lose respect for yourself and her, and risk destroying your love and friendship. Be sincere and faithful, and you will build a strong and healthy relationship. 2. Must not envy or compare. The Stoics taught that envy and comparison are unhelpful and harmful emotions. They arise from the misconception that happiness depends on external circumstances such as wealth, fame, power, good beauty, etc. The Stoics argued that happiness depends only on our inner state, on our ability to live in harmony with ourselves and the world. The Stoics urged appreciating what we have and not coveting what others have. If you are in a relationship with a woman, you should not envy or compare her to other women. Not only will it demean her in your eyes, but it will cause you to feel inadequate, dissatisfied, and jealous. You will not see her as a partner, but as an object to possess, protect, or change. Be grateful and loving, and you will see her as a unique and beautiful person. She should not be dominated or submissive. The Stoics taught that domination and submission are manifestations of pride and fear. They violate the natural equality and freedom of human beings, and lead to conflict, violence, and oppression. The Stoics argued that a person should be humble and courageous, and respect the rights and interests of others. Such a person is capable of cooperation, dialogue, and harmony. If you are in a relationship with a woman, you should not dominate or submit to her. This will not only violate your mutual respect, but also cause you to feel hostile, aggressive, or humiliated. You will not see her as an equal, but as an adversary, to be defeated, controlled, or pleased. Be moderate and fair, and you will create an equal and harmonious relationship. 4. Must not complain or blame. The Stoics taught that complaints and accusations are manifestations of weakness and ingratitude. They arise out of a rejection of what is happening in our lives and a desire to change things that are beyond our control. The Stoics argued that a person should be strong and grateful and accept what is given by fate. Such a person is capable of adapting, improving, and overcoming. If you are in a relationship with a woman, you should not complain or blame her. This will not only show your inability to cope with problems, but will also make you feel unhappy, annoyed, or guilty. You will not see her as a helper, but as a cause to be corrected, criticized, or apologized for. Be optimistic and responsible, and you will find her support, understanding, and forgiveness. 5. Must not depend or bind. The Stoics taught that dependence and attachment are manifestations of greed and selfishness. They arise from appropriating what does not belong to us, and from the fear of losing what we love. The Stoics argued that a person should be generous and independent, and treat others with love but without attachment. Such a person is capable of freedom, joy, and wisdom. If you are in a relationship with a woman, you should not depend on or tie her down. This will not only show your greed or selfishness towards her, but it will cause you to feel distressed, anxious, or possessive. You will not see her as a partner, Bjorn, but as a source to be held like down, cherished, or released. Be generous and independent, and you will give her space, walk out freedom and respect. Must not be jealous or provoke jealousy. The Stoics taught that jealousy and jealousy provocation are manifestations of insecurity and mistrust. They arise from doubts about oneself and one's partner, and from a desire to possess him or her. The Stoics argued that a person should be confident and trusting and respect the freedom and choices of the other. Such a person is capable of trust, respect, and love. If you are in a relationship with a woman, you should not be jealous or make her jealous. Not only will it show your insecurity about yourself and her, but it will also make you feel anxious, resentful, or angry. You will see her not as a loved one, but as property to be guarded, checked, or punished. Be calm and faithful, and you will receive reciprocity, joy, and harmony. Must not be indifferent or excessive. The Stoics taught that indifference and excess are manifestations of indifference and immoderateness. They arise out of a lack of interest and consideration for another, and out of a desire to satisfy one's own needs and desires. The Stoics argued that a person should be considerate and temperate, and concerned with the good and happiness of another. Such a person is capable of interaction, communication, and giving. If you are in a relationship with a woman, you should not be indifferent or excessive towards her. Not only will this show your indifference or selfishness towards her, but it will cause you to feel lonely, hateful, or satiated. You will not see her as a friend, but as a tool to be ignored, exploited, or replaced. Be interested and discreet, and you will feel intimacy, warmth, and freshness in her. 8. Must not be passive or pushy. The Stoics taught that passivity and perseverance are manifestations of laziness and cruelty. They arise from an unwillingness or inability to make a difference, and from a desire to force one's will or opinion on another. The Stoics argued that a person should be active and kind, and strive to improve himself and his relationships. Such a person is capable of development, improvement, and co-creation. If you are in a relationship with a woman, you should not be passive or pushy towards her. This will not only show your laziness or cruelty to her, but will also cause you to feel hopeless, fearful, or disgusted. You will not see her as a companion, but as an obstacle to be overcome, subdued, or destroyed. Be proactive and gentle, and you will inspire in her respect, sympathy, and agreement. 9. Must not be boring or intrusive. The Stoics taught that dullness and intrusiveness are manifestations of dullness and intrusiveness. They arise from a lack of interests and hobbies, and from a desire to occupy all the time and space of another. The Stoics argued that a person should be interesting and respectful, and have his own goals and hobbies. Such a person is capable of enrichment, variety, and enjoyment. If you are in a relationship with a woman, you should not be boring or intrusive to her. Not only will this show your stupidity or intrusiveness to her, but it will make you feel bored, annoyed, or rejected. You will not see her as a partner, but as a hostage, to be amused, annoyed, or released. Be engaging and polite, and you will delight in her curiosity, attention, and attraction. In conclusion, as we can say that the Stoics gave wise and useful advice on behavior with women that is still relevant today. By following these tips, you will be able to improve the quality of your relationships as well as your own well-being and happiness. Remember that the main thing is to be reasonable and virtuous, and then you will live in harmony with yourself and the world.